When it comes to performance Mustangs, are you throwing away your money on the wrong one? The Mustang Shelby GT500 has been out for a few years now, and we're putting it head-to-head against the brand new Ford Mustang GTD. We're going to find out whether or not the extra, 55 horsepower you're getting out of the GTD and upgraded carbon fiber body kit is worth the extra couple $100,000 above a Ford Mustang GT500. Now, if you're new here, my name's Austin, and I used to actually own two GT500s. I had a basic handling package one from 2020, and then I sold that when I bought my Shelby GT500 carbon fiber track package, which actually gives you better wheels than the Ford Mustang GTD even has. The GTD doesn't have magnesium or carbon fiber wheels, yet this Mustang Shelby, which mine was about $110,000 out the door, had better wheels than it. So there's so much to talk about today in this video. They both have dual clutch transmissions, about 800 horsepower. We're going to break down whether or not the GTD's insane price tag is justified by its performance, especially if you're a serious enthusiast who wants to go to the track or experience just the thrill of an all-out Mustang on the street or drag strip. You're going to find out in this video, so stay tuned towards the end as we break everything down. First off, we got to go over the standard GT500. I first bought mine in Michigan, and I drove it from Michigan to Texas all the way to California. My first GT500, I put about 20-something thousand miles on. It was crazy. We even set the quarter-mile world record of 10.6 seconds at 133 miles an hour, if I remember correctly. It was crazy. It was like day 2 or day 3 of ownership. I picked it up in freezing cold, snowy Michigan, drove it all the way to Texas, and then my friend called me the next day and said, hey, Austin, they have the drag strip opened up. You want to run it? And then next thing you know, we ran it. Real quickly, if you have a new car and you guys are worried about it getting damaged from driving on the streets, getting rock chips and more, give us a call because we found the solution for you. I started Speed Phenom Film, and we install paper protection film on vehicles. So when you go to the track, go to Cars and Coffee, or just live with your car every single day, we have basically the screen protector from what your phone uses, but film designed for your car that is invisible and is extremely clear and hydrophobic, so you can have your car shielded and protect the investment value of your vehicle with the paint job and more. So give us a call at 760-496-8607 today for a same-day free quote for state-of-the-art premier protection. Here's the problem at hand. With the Mustang GTD coming out, if you're like me or just an enthusiast, it's probably got your attention, and we even have one coming. It's so much money though. It's a $330,000+ car. When I look back at my GT500 carbon fiber track pack, that car had the 5.2 liter Predator motor with the same supercharger and more that the GTD has. Essentially, if you look at the engine of the Mustang GTD and the GT500, the engine is the same. It's the same engine, except obviously they've improved it here and there to get to 815 horsepower. But the bare bones basic structure of it, just visibly look at it. Your brain's gonna go, oh, I've popped the hood to a GT500. Even the shift speeds are basically the same. You have a dual clutch in both the GT500 and the GTD. The problem arises when it comes to the price, because you can buy 3 GT500s for the price of 1 GTD. Yet, are you going 3 times faster down the drag strip? No. The quarter mile for the Mustang GTD is about the same as a GT500 because it's a heavier car. It's got more drag. Yeah, it's got DRS, but you know, deep down the car has got a lot more aero, a lot more aerodynamics. Even when that wing is in the drag reduction mode, you still have just a lot more static aero. At least that's what we can assume. Yet the car is wider, more rolling resistance with those wheels and tires. Yeah, it's got 815 horsepower, but there are detriments to being 400 pounds more than a GT500. I can tell you by driving the GTD with my testing so far on the channel, it feels just like the GT500 accelerating. Even the noise, it feels and sounds louder, by the way, than the GT500, but the noise isn't anything dramatically different. When you get inside of it, it's similar to getting inside of a pushrod V8 Corvette, right? Different pushrod V8s they all sound the same because they're inherently pretty similar. The supercharger nature and with the growl of the GTD, it sounds just like the GT500, but there is one big difference I found with the GTD and the drama department of the noise. It's that you hear much more of the supercharger whine. We've established that the GT500 and GTD accelerate pretty much similarly, about the same down the quarter mile. We've established the GTD weighs a couple hundred pounds more than the GT500. We've established the shift speeds, even from the driving perspective, are about the same. I could not tell you any difference between driving both cars with shifting. So we already know on those three major areas, they're basically the same. What you're going to find that is so different with the GTD, and this is really going to matter for you if you are an owner of these cars or you're just an enthusiast who wants to keep one. The collectability is just way higher, and you have to decide to yourself, is that something that I really want? Do I really need and want something that is so rare and collectible that I might think twice about driving it this Saturday? I might think twice about going out to hang out with my friends, because it's just such a unique car. You're not going to get another one, right? The subjective experience behind the wheel, the GTD truly shines because it feels just wild. You can see the suspension behind you, and so the suspension's a big upgrade over the magnetic ride. Will you notice it though? Because the GT500 carbon track pack, the potential is so high on the track, I don't even know anybody except for a handful of people who were able even to get near the limits of a GT500. And I bet you the same thing is happening with the GTD. I guarantee you a majority of the owners, probably 95%, will not be able to get to the performance limitations of the GTD, similar to the GT500. You could be the faster driver in a GT500 on track day, because I remember I've been at track days when I've been faster than four GTs in my GT350R Mustang. Same with my GT500 Shelby. It's all about the driver, and you can have all the craziest upgrades in the whole world, but you may be even slower than somebody else with a slower car. Does that make sense? So I hope you understand that perspective. If you are a dedicated driver, though, and you want to wring out the limitations of the vehicle, this is where the GTD is on a whole different class than the GT500, because it's more like a GT3 RS. You know, people who buy the GT3 RS oftentimes are very good drivers, and they're able to get to that limit. And this thing brings a Mustang to a GT3 RS level, which is something that the old GT500 was pretty much at. But since the new 992 gen model from Porsche came out with the 1,800 pounds of downforce, it shot Porsche to a whole nother level, and Ford needed to reinvent. If you wanted a race car Mustang, you can actually just buy one, and they'll build one for you. So it's like, that would be even less money than a Mustang GTD, and then you'd have an actual race car Ford Mustang again. So this is such a weird collector's class of vehicles, and honestly, coming from you guys as real as I am, I don't think it's really necessary. It's all about your mindset and what is special to you. Does scarcity make things more special? It can, depending on your mindset in life. Is it like a deal breaker if you can't get one? Probably not. And I'm giving that as reassurance to the people who didn't get one, because honestly, you can probably make your GT500 just as fast. It's incredible, yes, from the factory, the greatest Mustang ever. It's just not, from my brief experience, 1,000% different, or 3 to 4 times the cost of a car, unless you purely focus on the engineering and how unique and special it is. Then yes, it's 3 to 4 times the price. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really does help me out, and subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. While you do that, notification bell so you know what's a new video coming out. I'll see you in the next one.